The expression or application of human creative skill and imagination, typically in a visual form such as painting or sculpture, producing works to be appreciated primarily for their beauty or emotional power. An activity involving skill in making things by hand. These are the dictionary definitions of the words. However, the connotations are frequently very different. Art, generally viewed with a positive connotation, and it's perceived as deep, thoughtful, and even philosophical, something to be cherished and treasured and praised even, versus craft, which oftentimes has a negative connotation with misconceptions about being unoriginal or lacking creativity and even being childish. But why should craft be any different from art based on these dictionary definitions? If anything, the craft involving an activity with skill could be more valued than actual art. One of the biggest reasons that children and other people in general struggle with finding their creativity and fueling it is because someone told them once in their life, or many times, that what they were making was not art, or they somehow became under the impression that if they don't paint or draw or sculpt, that is not art. Or even if they sculpt, even if they do ceramics, but what they do is usually just functional, and they're focusing on working their skill and learning the craft of it, then they're not true artists. What they do, it doesn't really count, because other people can make the same thing, but Bob Ross makes the same thing. He teaches people to make the same thing, and since that's a painting, that is art. But hand turkeys aren't art. How is something made by Jackson Pollock throwing paint at a canvas any more emotional than a child filled with joy making a birthday card for their mom? How is me trying to make a costume for something that I am passionate about somehow worse than making some painting that I could not care less about? Obviously, everyone has their own medium, has a material that makes them feel something or feel special, but just because someone doesn't do what is traditionally viewed as art in the westernized world does not make them any less of an artist. Every act of making matters. And the next time someone calls me crafty, I will say confidently, "Thank you. I am an artist."